Hello, boys and girls. We're going to begin with our calendar. Today is the 23rd. So we're going to go ahead and circle the 23rd. We're going to cross out the days that have already passed. What month is it? Can you tell me? April. So we're going to go ahead and put April up here. April the 23rd. So let's go ahead and count and cross out the days that have passed. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. Okay, yesterday was, if we look at our calendar, we know that today is Thursday, so yesterday was Wednesday. Today is Thursday. Tomorrow will be, today is Thursday, tomorrow will be Friday. Okay, we're going to move on next to our fluency. We're going to say the sounds and we're going to try to go a little bit faster. Okay, you ready? B, h, m, j, d, s, f, p, a, n. K, t, e, a, v, x, b, e, z, w. P, k, q, e, g, a, r, k, s, l. E, r, z, x, a, s, d, y, j, g. M, v, t, k, w, k, n, a. B, y, a, n, g, j, h, l. Great job. Next, we're going to move on to the reading activity that we have today. So for today, we're going to look at the story really quick. And while we're listening to the story, I want you guys to think about the part where the crab apples make fun of Mac. And I want you to think of what would you have done? What would you have said if you were the worm? If you were Will? Okay.
Welcome to the story time. Do you want to read this book with me? Don't forget to hit the subscribe button for more. Bad Apple, A Tale of Friendship. Written and illustrated by Edward Hemingway. Mac was a good apple. He shared his toys with the other apples, helped Granny Smith pick up after art class, and loved to dive fearlessly into the watering hole. On a sunny day, Mac could bob for hours. On cloudy days, Mac would search for the perfect pillow of green grass and take a long nap. In his dreams, it was always sunny, but one day, as Mac lay sleeping, it began to rain. Soon all the little creatures in the earth around him poked their heads out to look for higher ground. Some of them found safety under the large toadstools. Others crawled onto stones and pebbles, but one small worm had another idea. When Mac woke up, he was covered in raindrops, and he wasn't alone. You won't believe the dream I just had. A funny little worm was tickling me right here. And now I can't seem to get him out of your head. It was you! And that's how Mac met Will. Will showed Mac how to fly a kite, fly himself, and play in the dirt. He loved making a mess. Mac took his new friend to the watering hole to clean off. He couldn't remember a better day. Until he took Will to the orchard. Look at Mac, he's got worms. Mac's a rotten apple. I'm not rotten, I'm quite sweet actually.
Okay, so I was talking about this particular scene in the story. This is where the other apples are making fun of Mac. What do you think you would have done if you were Will? What would you have said? We know that if we continue the story that Will tries to make Mac feel better. Let's see what he does.
So they left. Will cheered Mac up by reading aloud from some of his favorite novels. He was a bit of a bookworm. Mac liked the adventure stories best. He also liked it when Will finished his sentences for him. The most exciting part is when the pirates find treasure in the dirt. But the next day, it happened again. Ha ha, it's the bad apple. Ew, worms. And no.
Okay, so let's go back to the activity. So for the activity, we have here Mac with Will, and the other apples are making fun of him. This apple saying, Mac's a rotten apple, and this apple here is saying, ha ha, he's the bad apple. What would you say? So here we have Will. You're going to type in here, and you're going to tell me what you would have said. So if I was Will, I would have said something like, don't listen to them, Mac. They are wrong. Or I would have said, that's not nice. You should not make fun of other people, right? We can also say that Will could talk to the other apples and say, you are not being a good friend. What are some other things that you think Will could have said to the other apples? Those are great ideas. So you're going to go ahead and type into the box what you think or what you would have said. Okay, next we're going to move on to math. And for math, we're going to be making an addition story. So here you get to make your own addition stories using these pictures below. So I'm going to go ahead, you're going to drag and drop. So I'm going to put here, I'm going to put 3 apples. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to add 2 soccer balls. I want to know what my answer is. So 3 plus 2 equals 5. So I'm going to go ahead and type it in, 5. Okay, next we're going to move on to the next one. And you can use whichever of these pictures that you want. So I'm going to go ahead and put some butterflies. So I'm going to put 4 butterflies. And over here I'm going to add 1 lollipop. How many do I have in all? Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And you can also write it down instead of typing it. So I'm going to write down 5. Okay. Next over here I'm going to put 1 car. I'm going to put 2 red balloons. Okay, 1 car plus 2 balloons equals 1, 2, 3. Okay, let's go to the next one. I'm going to put some more butterflies. 1, 2, 3. I'm going to add some apples. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so I have 6 apples and 3 butterflies. How many do I have in all? Let's count. Before we count, can you tell me which one is bigger? Which one has more, the butterflies or the apples? the apples. There's 6 apples, so I'm going to put the number 6 in my head, and I'm going to use 3 fingers because I have 3 butterflies. 6, 7, 8, 9. So I have 9 in all. So I'm going to write the 9. Okay, so I'm going to do the next box. I'm going to put some lollipops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I'm going to add some balloons. 1, 2, 3 balloons. So 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, plus 3, 8, 9, 10. So I'm going to write in my answer right here. Let's do the last one. And remember, when you're doing this activity, you don't have to copy me. You're going to make your own addition stories. 1, 2 butterflies. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 2 butterflies plus 5 soccer balls equals 7. So I'm going to write in my answer. Great job. Next, we're going to move on to science. For science, we are going to be talking about animals and what they need to survive. We're going to drag and drop into either yes, they need it, or no, they don't. So animals. Do animals need a car? Yes or no? No, they do not need a car to survive. Do they need shelter? Yes, they do need a shelter to stay safe. Do they need a phone? No. Do they need water? Yes, they need water to survive. Do they need food? Yes. Do they need money? No, animals do not need money. Do they need toys? No, toys, they do not need toys to survive. Toys are a want, right? Because some animals like dogs and cats, they like toys, but they don't need them to survive. What about air? Do they need air? Yes, they do. Okay, next for social studies, we've been talking about holidays around the world. So for this, we're going to draw or write about one holiday that we learned about during our holidays around the world lessons. You can also record with your voice to explain what you learned. So one thing that I learned was that during Christmas time, some children put their shoes by the fireplace. So I'm going to draw a little fireplace here. And so in the fireplace, they I'm going to draw some wood. I'm going to put some fire. So we know that this is a fireplace. And so by the fireplace, they put their shoes. And the reason why they put their shoes here is because Father Christmas fills them up with goodies. So this was something that I learned. For me, for Christmas, what we do, so I'm going to draw a line here so I can explain the differences. What my family does for Christmas is instead of putting shoes, we hang stockings. So I'm going to draw the fireplace here. And so that's one way that they are different, how people celebrate this time of year differently. Here's my wood. Here's my fire. And so what we do is we hang stockings. We put stockings up here, and what happens is Santa Claus fills them up with goodies. Okay. See you next time.